Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Finally, I am filming the next video in my Berserk series where I'm reading the Berserk books. Deluxe editions, I can't say a sentence, by Kentaro Miura, obviously. So here we have Volume 3. I don't know if you can call it Volume 3, but Deluxe Edition Volume 3. And I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna try, sorry, I'm distracted by the lights. I'm gonna try to read a lot of it today, but I don't actually know if I have time to read it like all in one sitting like I do in the other videos, but like it's still gonna be, you know, one vlog, and I'm planning to get this up tomorrow, so like it's not like it takes that long to read, but it's still like I have work, okay? It's bothersome. But yeah, I'm gonna start it now, and as I always, I have waited to unwrap it in plastic. I read through it, and every small chapter I like say thoughts and stuff, so that's fun. And then of course there's spoilers, and I will tag the chapters down below so that you, if you're not read this far, you can decide how much you want to watch of this, etc, etc. But yeah, obviously this is Deluxe Edition Volume 3 and I've done 1 and 2 already, so just, I mean, logic. But yeah, if you didn't know, follows Guts, who is a swordsman. He has a ginormous sword and he goes around and killing, and he's really grumpy and has clearly gone through a lot of trauma. Right now we are in a flashback compared to like the first volume where we got to know like where he is, and then we're trying to figure it out and like just see his life, and it's super stressful. And we were like in the middle of Casca's backstory, if I believe correctly. I can actually open it and find out. So yeah, I don't think like ending and starting like mid in these is the best thing, because I think the arcs do continue and cross over from them. But like for me, I don't want to start in the middle of this just because I want to follow an arc, you know. How to open? I know I opened it before. There's also one I kind of ruined because it tried to fall on my head and kill me one day. I have all of them. You cannot see it in this camera, but it's fine. So when we get to that one, you can see that it's a bit ruined, which is a bit sad, but it's fine. Can I get this open? Hello, I've done this before. I'm not a complete, like, weak person. Oh! I did it, but you didn't get to see. I did it, but it hurt a bit. It hurt me. It snapped back on me, and it was hurtful, painful. Let's see. I mean, I see it's fitting. If one manga's gonna hurt me, it should be this one. Let's open this up. Yay! Can I just get this up? Yes. Okay. So here's the thing that I can now take off. I don't throw these though. I put them inside after I finished it. Ooh, my hair is in the way. And here it is. They are so beautiful. It smells so new and nice. I wish kinda I could always have them in plastic, but then I can't open and read them. So, let's open this up. Let's see. Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 3. Very nice. So, they obviously contain 3 volumes of the mangas, like the smaller ones. So, it's Berserk Volume 7, 8, and 9. It is gorgeous. And here we have the contents for Volume 7, and you can see a bit of guts there. So we have Casca chapter 3, which means that literally she had 1 more chapter and then we were done with her. And then we just start other stuff. So I guess we just read the last Casca's chapter. Oh my god, sorry, I sometimes forget how stunning beautiful it is. Why am I even looking through? That was kind of almost a spoiler. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. And just into this deluxe edition, like how high-res and big the pictures are compared to, you know, a smaller manga. I'm getting emotional. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I need to go and eat breakfast at some point, and I was just like, I will read a bit, but will I be able to contain myself? Yeah, I should take an alarm on so that like I just don't sit here forever. It looks so stunning. I'm not prepared. Okay, let's go. See you very soon. Okay, so I finished Casca chapter 3, part 3, and it's just her talking about Griffith. It's not really like about her in that case. It was just her like how she idolizes him a lot. So it is in the past and how they went around, and they met his lord, and he liked younger boys. Ooh, and then Griffith slapped at him, and then she's like, why did you do that, Griffith? Why would you berate yourself like that? And he's like, I wanted money. Because it's cost a lot to have an army, you know? And then this little boy died in his army that was like 10 years old, and he seemed really sad about it. And then she was like, I wanted to be there for him. I wanted to be his sword. And that was the whole thing. Like, I don't even know what more to say than that. Now we're going in a new thing, but literally lied to you because I know I said... wait. I'm gonna peek a bit. Yeah, I know I said that the Casca thing is over, but it's not, because it's just, we continue the flashback within the flashback. Just that it's called something else. It is called Prepared for Death, chapter 1. It seems like she's still telling their story. So it's just that it's called something else. So we are within the golden age. And then within another flashback. I love to see it. I'm just lying. I'm being confused. It's just because I don't know anything that's gonna happen. So obviously I don't know for sure. But yeah, let's start this. Can this is being called an arc? Not really, because we're still in Casca's flashback, I think. So let's go. I almost feel like it is awkward updating like every small chapter thing, because it's like, it's so short. But basically, she was the closest to Griffith before Guts came along, and when Griffith told Guts that he wanted him, which I do remember really clearly happened, and I screamed inside because Griffith clearly loves Guts. Either way. And then she's like, oh, you're selfish because you're risking Griffith's life, and you're risking the life of the Hawks, and she was really mad. They were gonna go, leave the cave that they were in. And then they meet soldiers in the woods that try to attack them, and now they're in a battle. Like, that's basically what happened. But right before that, Casca was like struggling to keep up, and then Gus was like, oh my god, woman, they're so weak, and they have women's problems, periods, and it's so weird that no one wants to deal with them. It was really, really sexist. But then he also like smiled when she like got motivated to keep up because he said this. I don't know if he provoked her on purpose so that like he could see her be stronger, but I'm just like, yeah, it's still a bit rude of you, but whatever. We already know that Guts has some issues, so it's fine. And yeah, now they're gonna fight. So prepare for that. Chapter 2. Let's go. Okay, so prepare for that. Chapter 2. Done. They are fighting in the woods. That's basically all that happened. And then Griffith protects Casca. And he protects her. He takes hours for her. He's standing in front of her. He's also like super badass, and I love him to death, but he's protecting her, and she's like, why is he protecting me? What's going on? She gonna fall in love with Guts instead of Griffith now? Who knows? But yeah, she's in shock. He is like, go away, I don't want you here, you're in the way. But he clearly cares for her and is protecting her, but he doesn't want to admit it. Love to see it. That's basically all that happened. They're fighting, and it looks really cool. Like, the battles, the art, it's so stunning. Let's go for prepare for that chapter 3. Okay, it's getting so intense. It's like, it's annoying to stop, but obviously I need to do good for this video. So prepare for that. Part 3 is done. I call them parts. Is it parts? Chapter? Either way. And what happened is that Gus protects her and Casca is away in the forest, but she is being caught by like some of the other soldiers just went after her, and they do wanna rape her, but they don't get the chance to. Someone else shows up, but I don't know who these people are. Are they people that work with Griffith, or are they other people in the forest? I don't actually know, but we shall see in the next chapter. And Gus is just kicking ass. He's just murdering all of these people, like a billion soldiers on his own, and he looks really great doing so. Can I even show this? I'm gonna show this. Look at this beautiful man just kicking butt as he wants to. So he's kicking ass, and he is gonna take them. So he's still fighting them, and they're all like shocked that he's so good, and I am almost shocked that he's so good, but he is my man, so you know. It's stupid, but still my man. And let's see who these people that showed up with Casca are, and continue to the next one, which is called Survival. I don't even know what's going on right now. So we have Guts fighting for his life against all these soldiers, and as I said, Casca was saved, and it was Griffith's shoulders, by the way. I was just like, I don't remember how they all look like, okay? And then they are like running to Guts and be like, you need to be in time because he's fighting and he's in danger. And then they come there and he's like killed 100 soldiers on his own, and he's really wounded, so they do need to carry him back to camp. And then he like is in like the medicine tent, and then Casca talks to the other people, and they're just like, oh, we're so happy you're back. And Griffith said we couldn't survive without you guys, even though people were supposed to go to look for you guys, and she was so happy. Then she got some fairy dust from one of the other soldiers that is like healing or something. I don't even know. And I think Casca is gonna go and give it to Guts now, and he's sitting under a tree grooming, like looking over the camp. That is end of survival. We know we're gonna start on, what's this called? Campfire of Dreams. They're gonna have a moment here. Like, she's coming in this starlight behind her. What is going on right now? Griffith is gonna be jealous and of the both of them, and this is not good. I don't know what's going on. I am stressed out. Let's continue. Okay, so we had a really sweet chapter, which was Campfire of Dreams, and then we had Casca going over to talk to Guts. He's looking over the campfire, as I said earlier, or like the camp, the war camp, and he's just talking about like how people under his command have different dreams, how his second in command wants to open a clothing shop, and someone else wanted to propose to someone, but she rejected him because she didn't want to be with a soldier, and that he looks out at the camp and feel like he's looking at people's dreams, and he calls it a campfire of dreams. And I was like, Guts, are you okay? Because I am not recognizing you right now. And I'm just like, why am I telling you all of this? But then it's also like, he always left it up to other people for why they were fighting. He didn't really have a reason to fight. He just, it's the only thing he could do was to fight. And he didn't really have the dreams that kind of other people did. And then Casca's like, are you gonna leave the Hawks? And then he was like, we shall see after this campaign, kinda. And I was just like, is he gonna leave Griffith? It's not gonna like that, so we shall see. But you know, Griffith acted super sus in the last one, so. But yeah, it was a really beautiful like chapter when they talk. Because he also says like, you could scatter them just by blowing. So all those little flames throw themselves into the biggest bonfire, the blazing inferno named Griffith. And then he says, but you know, my flame ain't here. And it's just like showing like the camp as like dreams, and then we have Griffith as like the blazing inferno. Everyone follows him, you know, really loyally, but it's also like a bit obsessively, and he sees that somehow. I'm just like, what is these reflections, guts? But yeah, then that sweet moments ends because Griffith comes back to the camp and they're just like, oh my god, we are together again, yay! And then they are arriving at, what was it called? Tudor Empire Stronghold of Doldrey, which is like, I guess, the ones they are fighting. Since the next chapter is the Battle of Doldrey, chapter 1, so I guess we're gonna fight in this castle for this castle, whatever. And then we have Tudor's most powerful knights, the Holy Purple Reno Knights, which looks really big and awesome and stuff. And now I guess we're gonna battle some more. I want the sweet moments, but maybe not the right manga for me then. So yeah, I'm gonna try to read at least one more little chapter thingy before I have to go and eat breakfast. Okay, so I finished the part 1, the Battle of Doldrey. We didn't actually battle anything. We had like the council for like the king that Griffith works for. They were all like, you cannot take Doldrey, and never been taken before. We've been waiting on the battlefield. Why would we risk taking this fortress, castle, whatever? They were all just, we cannot do this. It is impossible. And the king was like, and then Griffith was like, well, you are saying, yeah, you can't do it. And they were like, what, Griffith? You can't just say this. And the king was just like, did you mean it? And Griffith was like, well, I only need the Band of the Hawk. So they're gonna take Doldrey. It's not even how you say it, Doldrey. Doldrey. And then we also see like Guts finding out one of the commanders, and he's like, and I don't even remember who that is. So I was just like, okay. And then the king sitting there saying that the leader of the Hawks, he cannot kill him. He says, I'm clear as your governor's command. And then he looks super creepy when he says so. So does he have a past with Griffith? Oh yeah, maybe that was the one he slept with in Casca's story. I don't remember how he looked like. I'm gonna go back and check. And because that's why Guts got so shocked. Oh yeah, it is him! Ooh, that was the one Griffith slept with in the beginning when he was much younger, nasty. It makes sense now. I'm a bit slow on the text, and maybe that's why Griffith want to go after him. He wants revenge for what he was forced to do. Not forced, but how he seduced him, and like that he felt forced to do that to survive. So maybe he wanted revenge because he was nasty. But yeah, that's why Guts got so shocked, maybe. Oh, okay. Pieces come together. So obviously the next chapter is the Battle for Doldrey 2. Or chapter 2. Ooh, look, it's so pretty. Look at it. I love it so much. And I'm gonna read that after eating, maybe. I also might have to do a lot of other stuff, so I might also continue later or tomorrow. But I only read this much, and I need to finish it tomorrow. But at least I started. I need to take the little bookmark thing. Come to me. It's stuck. But I'm having such a good time. It's so good. I'm trying to get out the bookmark thing without spoiling myself here. It's a difficult task. It's just so good. It's so well written, in my opinion. It's just so beautiful, and it's so fun to see it to come together. It's absolutely nutballs, no denying that. But I love myself some questionable, morally grey characters. There's a hair, nasty. This is really difficult. I'm struggling. There, I got it now. Cannot wait to see more. So now I put the bookmark in, and it looks like this. So that's really nice. And now I'm gonna go and get some food. So I'll see you when I continue. Hello. So it is much later in the day. We are like almost 11 p.m. and I went to work and everything, and then I wasn't planning to actually continue today, but then I ended up on sprints, so I thought I might as well just read some in Berserk anyway. And I finished Battle of Doldrey part 2. Basically, the only thing that happened is that battle started. People were like, let's go and take gets. He kills a lot of people, or like is starting to kill a lot of people. And the creepy dude that had sex with Griffith in the beginning was like, I want him back. That's all that happened. So I'm gonna continue. But it's really, really pretty. Like, just stunning art. And I'm just like in awe of everything. So now we're gonna continue with the Battle of Doldrey chapter 3. And I will update you then, because that's what I do. Yay! Okay, things are moving really, really fast. And I'm obviously read part 3 now of Battle of Doldrey. They have fighting and then they're retreating, so all the people and soldiers outside the battlement follows them, and then in the end Casca seems to enter the fortress. So they kind of had a plan to like tease them away, and I'm just like, the people defending this place was kind of stupid, but maybe Griffith is just that smart. And also I forgot to mention, but then the last one, Guts thinks that this is his last battle for the Hawks, so we shall see if that comes true, if Griffith lets him go at all. But yeah, right now Casca is invading with her own little force after they made everyone retreats. And I'm really nervous because I feel like everything is gonna go to shit. But yeah, let's continue. I feel kind of silly because I just turn on off and on my camera all the time. So I finished Battle of Doldrey part 4. And in this one, Casca and I, as I said, going to the castle, but there's 2 people that are defending it, and that was like a general there that really teased her in the last battle they were in together, and then like it really like affected her, and then they ended up in the river stuff. But this time she defeats him super easily. They're all like, why didn't you do it last time? And she was like, I was in my period. And it's really funny, but because it was kind of easy, and she's like, why did I even like think that he was a threat earlier? But then she gets hit by an arrow somehow by him, and then she's just like, oh, I don't have time for you laughing, like talking, because he was just like, haha, I got you. And then we also see Guts like still fighting like out in the field, being really strong, but he's still wounded also though, but still being strong and kicking ass. And then we have the end of volume 7, so we're going into volume 8. And yeah, 2 more volumes to go. I'm kind of sad, but I'm also just excited to find out what happens. Seems to be 2 more parts of the Battle of Doldrey, then we will see what will happen. But yeah, that covers it basically. I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I don't need to say it every time. So let's go to Battle of Doldrey chapter 5. Finish part 5, Battle of Doldrey still. So we have Casca being super badass, defeating that soldier, the general, whatever. He had some sort of status in the army, and being like, why did I think he was a big deal again? And then they're taking over the castle on the inside. Then we move to the battlefield again with Guts, who is defeating like one of the big, what was it called, Holy Purple Rhino Knights. He's struggling a bit because his sword got a bit, I was gonna say, messed up after like he killed 100 men earlier. But then other people, like the ones underneath him, want to help the captain, and then they get killed, and you can see him getting really upset by this. But then someone throws him another sword, he picks it up, and he does manage to kill this Rhino Knight, and they all just like, oh, super like shocked like the other people in the enemy army, and they're just like, well, we can still do this, it's fine. But then they look over to their fortress and see that Casca is on the top of it, and they have put up the flags for, I think, the Hawks, the band of the Hawks maybe, or is it for the kingdom? I don't actually remember the logos, I don't know. They are super shocked. And now we're going into the Battle of Doldrey chapter 6, which is the last part with that title, and then we go into more. But yeah, they did it super easily, like I knew they would. I mean, I could have just had one clip where I talked about the whole Battle of Doldrey arc, but we don't do it like that here, so let's go. Okay, so I finished. They have now defeated the army because they're just like super shocked, and Griffith kills the rest or like enslaves them or whatever, like the ones that left. But then we also have the Lord that like had sex with him in the flashback, and he wasn't been named Lord Gannon, and then he just kills him because he was like, Griffith, can't we be friends again? And Griffith was just like, nah, and then he murdered him. And then we have Casca being like on the top of the fortress thing and being like a bit wounded, and Guts comes to her and attack, and they'll just like look out at Griffith and be like, oh my god, he's beautiful. Basically, oh, he's more like, if he's so far away, but it was more like he's beautiful, and it's like, oh, and then he carries her because she's wounded. And all the way in the end, we see this figure being like, the eclipse is coming. This dude here. So if we saw him earlier, I cannot remember who he is. Like, maybe I should know, but I just cannot remember in this instant. I feel like I've seen him before. Did we see him in the future, like all the way in the beginning when we were like in present time? Or did we have never seen before? Or does it just look like some other person we have seen before? I don't even know. But we shall see. I probably will know soon. So the next little chapter is called Triumphant Return. Because they're, I assume, returning. And they have succeeded. And yeah, probably more politics and stuff. So let's see. probably like a mid thing before the next battle. We shall see. And will Guts quit? I don't know, but let's go and find out. Seriously, the chapters need to be longer like they were in the beginning. But we have Triumphant Return. They haven't even properly returned yet, but fine. So we just see like the people in the castle, some like non-looking people, something. Women in the castle being like, they want revenge on Griffith, that is doing really well, because the queen had apparently an affair with Julius that, wasn't he the one Guts assassinated earlier, that also wanted to kill Griffith? I think, you know, Gus wasn't really great at that assassination, and it went really badly, and everyone knew Griffith was behind it. The queen apparently had an affair with him. We saw her boob, and now she wants revenge, and they're planning to poison Griffith. I don't think it's gonna go well. And then the other, like a dude that was plotting against, was he plotting against Griffith earlier? I don't remember. I think he was. He got a letter, and he's just like, how did this happen, you bastard? I don't actually know what he's talking about. But yeah, so we finished with Triumphant Return, and now we're going into, what's it called? A Moment of Glory, and it seems to be a banquet or something, which is weird that we poison him, so we should see how this goes. Obviously, I know that they're not going to succeed, but it will still be interesting to see where it goes. So, Moment of Glory, they are at this party. Griffith enjoys it, obviously, but Casca and Guts is very uncomfortable because they need to be in formal clothes, and I just hate it, and I don't like it at all. And then Guts is like, I also came for another reason, because they don't know what's going on, do they? And I'm just like, what is going on? Because I don't even know. But then King gives out a high noble title, which is the White title, or in other words, apparently the White Phoenix General to Griffith, and then his White Phoenix Knights. So they're getting their own title now, and they are happy, and they are like, oh my god. And now we're starting a new thing, which is called Tombstone of the Flame, chapter 1. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is this a good thing? I'm unsure. Why is Griffith so sus? Because he's a sus person. So let's see. Tombstone of the Flame, part 1. We are at the party, we have toasting. Griffith drinks, he is poisoned. And the dude who poisoned him runs out and is like, hee hee, I did it. Guts come and beheads him. Then they have the council of all the people. The queen is like, thank you all for your cooperation. Thank you all for when we kill Griffith. That fell. In the end, the room starts going into flames. It explodes. People die. The queen is like, oh my god, what's going on? She goes to the window, sees Griffith standing down there. Super shocked that he's there. What is going on? How did he survive? I mean, they obviously knew. But doesn't he think that it's bad that they go up into flames? Like, she's the queen. What is going on? But oh my god, I of course knew this is some part of this was gonna happen, but I love it. Sorry if I don't show like all the excitement I usually show. I'm actually very tired, but I still want to read. And yeah, very intense. I can't believe it. So, Tombstone of the Flame, chapter 2. Let's go. Okay, so finished Tombstone of the Flame. So Griffith just watches the queens die, and he like explains to her like how he did everything. He got help from like one minister that worked together with Julius earlier because they had kidnapped his daughter. But then they kind of talk to each other. She's like on the top of a like room that is burning, and he's just letting her die. And I'm just like, how can they even hear each other? Because then he needs to be literally yelling, but it seems like they were just talking to each other. But whatever, that is, you know, fiction, that is fine. And then we see him like go and get his daughter to that dude, and like the kidnappers is like, ha ha ha, that was great. But then he just kills the kidnappers, or he makes Guts do it, so Guts like clean up all the loose ends, because Guts is amazing. And now they're going back to the others that believe that Griffith is dead, so they would be like, oh my god, so that's fun. Next chapter is called One Snowy Night. Is it gonna snow, or is it gonna be one night? Why does that kind of sound romantic? We shall see. So let's go. One Snowy Night is basically first I'm all seeing Griffith being alive, and then we have a queen's funeral, then we move to 1 month later, and Guts is gonna sneak away and not say goodbye to anyone because he's leaving the band. But Casca sees him and then goes after him, and it's like, come to us, come to the tavern, talk to the others. So he talks to Corky, who earlier was really like asshole-y, and then he's just like, why do you want to leave? You finally got everything you wanted. And Guts says a lot of the things of why. He says like he needs to take everything and be like on high all the time to get what he wants. That's why there's no room at his side for the weak. But strangely, the more clear that becomes, the more dazzling he is in my eyes. And I had enough of looking up at him from inside his dream. I want to stand beside him by turning something of my own. He's the only one I can't stand looking down on me. And that's why he's leaving. And I'm just like, dang. And yeah, that's how it ends. And now we're going into the morning departure, chapter 1. Is it the morning departure because he leaves? Or are they leaving on something else? We shall see. But I wonder how Griffith will react when he finds out about this. So let's go and see. Morning departure, chapter 1. And basically just have Griffith walking around talking with one of the characters I don't know the name of. They look like a child, but they are a good soldier. Then they just talk about like how Griffith feels and that he hopes that Gus found his dream. And I just think that like him, Casca and Griffith will get together, but then she talks about Griffith's ambition that he needs to get for the princess, to get what he wants, like to get more than just like, even though he, yes, we might come a noble, he's still just a soldier, etc. Then she asks Guts if like, do you want to be with Casca? And he's just like, nah, I'm not good for her like I am now. And also Casca can only see Griffith. The other characters also like, yeah, but Casca's more like worshipping him than anything else, but I don't think they will be together because he needs to go for the princess. Meet people like I guess before leaving, and then Griffith is there, and now we just see what Griffith says. We're gonna truly see if he will get pissed. So yeah, it's a lot of conversation and walking, and I do quite enjoy that as well. Like I don't need blood battle all the time. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so we arrive to the end of the morning departure part 2. So basically, he says goodbye to everyone. One of the dudes, the asshole Corcus, is like, oh, I'll never look anyway, bye-bye. Dan Griffith steps up and is like, I won you. I said you belong to me, which, you know, we remember happened. And I said you belong to me, which means you can go just like that. If you're gonna go, you have to fight me. And Griffith is like, really? And Guts is like, really? And he meant it. And then they got to start. Look at this beautiful shot here of them. And they fight each other. They're gonna fight. And it's not going to be good. And then Casca's like super worried and be like, oh no, we cannot fight. Even though like before she would never like hesitate to see Griffith fight and like totally believe in him. And then the other character that I was talking with Guts earlier, that I still can't remember the name of, is like, you noticing you're changing, you would not react like this before. So that is an also interesting observation for these characters. And we also have more of like Guts' side of like why he want to leave, he want to find his own thing, his own dream, he can live through Griffith's dream, etc. And I do think that it's interesting to see like how deeply these characters, like their motivations are, how deeply we go into them, and like to see how much now Gus has improved since he fought Griffith the first time 3 years ago. Let's see who wins. Let's go to the morning departure part 3. Oh my lord, we are at the end of volume 8 as well, so we start volume 9 now. Griffith has his plan in his head of how he's gonna attack Guts. He attacks, he fails. Guts defeats him in like one blow. Obviously didn't like hurt him actually, but he defeated him, and Guts is like totally shocked. Not, yeah, well, Guts is shocked as well, but I meant to say Griffith is totally shocked. Everyone is shocked. Guts just leaves. That's it. People are pretty pissed. I think Griffith, it's not gonna be, how is this gonna go? What is going on? I am not ready. But yeah, well, I did not expect it to like go like this. Okay. So we're going into volume 9, which is obviously the last one. First one seems to be called Skeleton Knights. I mean, now, we can now be in... We're not in present time yet, because in, like, the first deluxe edition, we have, like, Griffith being part of, like, the Bellhide people in, like, another dimension thing. So I don't think we're there yet. I mean, I think we will have another... What's it called? Like, confrontation between them before we get to that point. But I'm just... very like shocked of how this is ended between them, and I think we see each other, but maybe we see Guts more like be like he was in the beginning, going around on mercenary missions, defeating people. We just see him. We were weird to see him alone. I'm a bit sad for him, but I feel like if he felt like it was time to leave, he should do that. And the art is just so stunning, and turn the page is so stunning. So let's read Skeleton Knights and see what happens now that he's alone. Okay, so now we got the Skeleton Knight. We have Griffith alone in the forest. He's being attacked by Skeleton Knights, but it seems to leave him alone, I think. He just says kind of like a prophecy thing, and then he leaves. Or not the Skeleton Knight, the Skull Knight. And then we move over to the princess. Is her name Charlotte? I have forgotten. Griffith shows up in the window, and he's like, hi. And she's like, I missed you so much. Why haven't you visited me sooner? And then he kisses her, and then he ended. And then next chapter is called Start of the Everlasting Night. So we just had Skeleton Knights, Everlasting Night, same word, no. Same pronunciation, no same word. So let's see, why is he kissing? What's going on? She looks also so much younger in him. It's kind of creeps me out a bit. We didn't really get to see that much of Guts. We just got a weird prophecy from the skull thing. I have already kind of forgotten what he said, so hopefully it wasn't important. Let's see where this kissing goes. Shit just happened. Shit just went down. Well, first of all, Griffith had sex with Charlotte, and it was intense. Okay, I was just like, wow, we're actually showing this. I'm not used to manga showing sexual stuff. I mean, obviously, they have been showing boobs and stuff the whole way here, but at the same time, I just didn't expect it. I don't know what his plan was. I thought like he would seduce her so like she would marry him because she loves him. But then they are being seen by a maid through like a, what's it called, like the peek hole. Not the peek hole, the keyhole in the door. He's suddenly arrested because he has, you know, taken the virginity of the princess and, you know, that's not good. And then like there's like blood on her sheets and everything because, you know, yeah, she liked it a lot though. I am like, wow. But also, while they were doing it, Griffith was thinking about guts. And I'm like, as I said before, not in this video, but in another video, I have always believed that guts, no, not guts, Griffith do have feeling for guts. I don't think that will happen, but I do, you know. I love a trashy, toxic ship. The next one is called The Fallen Hawk. And that is Griffith is now, as I can see, literally strung up in the basement. Did he just throw out his plans because Guts left? Because I don't think he expected Guts to leave. Or did he not actually think this was gonna happen? I think Griffith is smarter than this. Did he like literally get that emotional because of Guts leaving? Because he was like crying afterwards in the like, literally as I said, thinking about Guts. So, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if he's planning this or what is going on, but I'm gonna keep reading it all out. Let's go. Well, things turned quite dark. Griffith is, as I said, stripped up in a basement dungeon, whatever we're calling it. He's being ripped by the king. It's being like, you touched her! You touched my daughter! He's pretty pissed. And he's like, you lost everything now. I don't even know if the other hawks know that he's there. I'm just gonna go and slaughter all the hawks because I will be heartbroken. Either way, I don't know that yet. But Griffith like kind of hints like, you want to princess yourself. It's that why you can never murder away. She's 70 years old. You never like, you know, done anything to her. Like you'd be keeping her like locked in here. And I was just like, Griffith, why are you saying this? And then he literally goes to the princess and starts to like touch her like her father. He starts touching her like on her boobs and stuff. And I'm just like, this is disgusting. But Griffith was actually right. And then the chapter ends with her waking up. And then Griffith is just strung up. He's like full of blood. He looks like locked up, and I like he kind of lost everything now, and I don't literally know what's going to happen. I did not expect Griffith to lose it when it got leaving, have sex with Charlotte, and this to happen. I did not expect like what's going on right now. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. I need to read more. Let's go to Demise of Dreams. Okay, so we just continue with her father touching the poor Princess Charlotte on her and like wanted to open her legs, but she actually kicks him in the face and hurts him pretty badly, so he actually leaves. But she can't leave either way because she's like being guarded by a billion guards. And then we move over to the rest of the band of the Hawk. They are being attacked by the army and a lot of them died. I don't know if Casca is dead, but she was there, and we see like a lot of armors come through her, but then like we switch scenes and we don't know what happened to her. Then we are Griffith in a dungeon being tortured, and then the torturer find the bell height on him, and he loses it into its sewer, and we see it goes away from him. And that's how that chapter ends. So everything is literally going to shite, and I did not expect us to go to shite this fast, especially like after everything we've done. Like I even expected Griffith to be higher up before it goes to shite, like because if we build them all up again, it would take such a long time. So I just assumed it would take a longer time before it goes like this. I'm just like, I'm so shocked. I assumed it would happen. I didn't think it was gonna happen like this. And literally like the same day that like gets left, I'm like, dang, Griffith really loved him. That's all I got to say. Okay, next chapter, Arms Tournament. Don't have emotions. I'm gonna go. Okay, so I actually finished Arms Tournament a little while ago, but then the sprints ended and stuff, so I finished up that, and now it's almost 1:30 a.m. But I say almost, it's literally 1:29 a.m. and instead of going to bed, I'm gonna finish this because I have literally this much left, so I feel like it's stupid to go to bed without finishing it. Basically, in the art tournament, we just see Guts fighting someone, and then he hears about the band of the Hawk because he says he just wanted to go and fight strong opponents, like because they tried to hire him to fight for him because he beats someone in this tournament. And then he says the only thing he wants is to fight strong opponents, and what he gets is that he hears that the band of the Hawk has a woman leader, which means he knows that Griffith is not leading him anymore. I don't know how much time has passed, but I don't know, seems like Griffith maybe still in dungeon. I don't think he's dead. So what has happened? We shall see. Let's go now to the next one. It's called the Fugitives. Probably is the Hawks. I am so shocked that they went down so fast. Like, I'm literally shocked in my pants. I did not see this coming. Let's see what's gonna happen in the Fugitives. Okay, so it's apparently been a year and Griffith has been in this dungeon for a year being tortured. Then we are in this camp where the Hawks have, you know, been on Fugitives now for a year, and then they're being attacked. And then right before Casca might meet her end, Guts show up, and he looks so much older, even though it's only been a year. And I guess he's gonna help them save Griffith. Oh, so this is how they reunite, so maybe we just see. Oh, I'm so stressed. I'm also gonna move away from this office now. I'm gonna move into my bed and finish this thing. Let's do it. I'm sad. As you can see, I moved locations and I finished the fighter, and the light is messing with me. So Guts helps them fight these people that are attacking them, and that was one people he fought in the torment thing in the last chapter. This other person uses like different kinds of weapon. He uses like chakrams. I can't say that word, but it's just like boomerangs and flies back. But Guts managed to defeat him basically, but he leaves because they are being like overmanned. So he like wants revenge later. So maybe we see him later. And yeah, that's how it ends. They look at each other like, oh my god, we were united, and it's all hype. So it's been a year. Let's see Casca and Griff and Gus has to say to each other before maybe going to save Griffith in the few pages we have left. But maybe it will be in the next one. I'm so tired. Why am I doing this now? I should not be doing this now. Let's continue. Okay. So, Comrades in Arms. Basically, he's just catching up with them, saying that it's his back. They don't know where Griffith is. They're gonna go and save him. And then they won't do that. Always is like I've been a grump, says that. We don't really want you back, but no one agrees with you, dude. And they also said like when they were being attacked, Casca was near dead for like 3 nights and 3 days, and she kept calling out for Griffith as well as Guts. And now they meet, and then she says, come with me for a bit. So I assume they're gonna talk, because the next chapter is literally called Confession. So we should see what they talk about there. Talking, catching up. And the band is like really in a shabby condition because like they've been on a run and they've been like fugitive for a long time. So we should see if saving Griffith will save them. And I'm too tired to do this, but let's continue to Confession. Shit are going down. Shit are going down. Shit are going down. Okay, so first Casca says to Guts that it's his fault that everything fell apart because he left, because Griffith was no good without him, and just like, it's all your fault. And he's like, how can it be my fault? And like, it shouldn't matter that much. And then she's like super mad, and they attack each other and like super intense. And then she's just like, my dream died. I realized that I would never be able to be with Griffith after Woven. Could never be a sword again. There's no place beside him. My dream is over. And then she tries to jump out of a cliff, and then Guts saves her. And then he's just like, how dare you? Why would you do that? And then they kiss. I was just like, wow, that was a lot of emotions. A lot of emotions. So we're going to the next one. I am sorry if I'm being a bit quick, but I am exhaustedly tired. So I want to see what happens. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is going on? So we went to Wounds chapter 1, and then Casca and Gus was kissing. And I was gonna say earlier as a joke, like, now it's time for them to have sex, since we saw Griffith have sex earlier, but like, oh my god. I'm gonna try to not be as big of a pervert in this, but anyway. They actually start to have sex. Like, first, Casca is really, like, cautious about her body. She doesn't want to, like, show her body. And then he's, like, really sweet to her, and they start having sex. It's very passionate. And, like, they change positions and everything. And then gets flashback to when he was raped in the first book when he was a kid. And I was just thinking, like, wow, I'm surprised Guts doing this at all. Because it's, like, he went through, you know, the horrible, horrible thing that he went through. And I was like surprised that, because he never really got to deal with that or confront that or like anything. And then he's getting like flashback to that scene, and he's just like holding Casca by her throat, and then it ended, and I'm just like dying. So I'm really, I was gonna say surprised that Audrey brought it up, but not really, because obviously like it is really a huge part of him, but sometimes it's like you feel like, I'll just put it in and then like forget about it, or it's just like to show that they're a harsh person now. It actually like shows his trauma like this. I'm just like kind of surprised. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't be. Like, I wanted to obviously be brought up again because we shouldn't just ignore it, but I'm just like, wow, now my heart hurts. But dang, didn't expect it to go so deep. I mean, I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. Yeah, now I was going to jokingly say that now it's Griffith and Guts's turn Sorry, I cannot deal with too much emotions. Let's read Rouge chapter 2. I'm gonna piss myself! Cause I read Rouge chapter 2. So Gus is having this, I was gonna say PTS attack, trauma attack of like his rape, and then as well as him killing Gambia all the way in the beginning, like who was his father figure, and he confesses all this, and it's like, now you don't want me, now how can you ever want me now? And then Casca just hugs him, and it's just like, then I have sex again. And now I'm done. And I'm like, what do I do with myself? It's like, it's 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm reading this and I'm just like, I need more. I need more. I need to know what's gonna happen. I need more snacks. I need more Griffith. I need to know. And like, yeah, I used so long getting to the third one and I kind of forgotten how good it is. Oh, it's so complex and cool, and the art is stunning, and it's so like the characters, how real they feel, how many like emotions and complex stuff they have, and then just like, oh, I'm like totally convinced that Casca and Gus can get these feelings for each other. Like in the beginning, I was just like, eh, but now it's just like it makes so much sense. Like everything is just written so well. Also, a manga with sex, who knew? And I cannot deal with how good it is. Like seriously, would recommend like Until I Die. I cannot believe how this started and how it ended. Cannot believe everything that happened here. This was a ride. I think this is my favorite so far because just how much changed and everything. I wish I could give a better review than that, but I just know that I am enjoying it immensely. It is so good, like not just art, but just story, and just how I love Guts and these soft moments. I have a feeling, my theory is that Casca will die. We did not see her in the future, and he seemed very depressed and alone. And maybe she's not that though. Maybe she's just, they have a bad ending. But I have a feeling that maybe Griffith will become Guts' enemy by killing Casca because he's jealous. But that is just my theory for now. I could be totally off by miles, which is just a thought I have, because it's like, I was gonna say a typical way to go, but not really typical. I would just expect that to happen, but it wouldn't be like, I would be like, how dare you go in this direction? The author has just surprised me, because like, while I kind of knew that the Golden Days and like the Ban of the Hawk and all that, I knew it wouldn't last, because also we were shown it, but you know it's not gonna last. It still just gives you stuff that you don't expect to happen at all, and I'm like shook in my bones. I cannot believe it. It was so good. I am so happy. Obviously 5 out of 5 stars. Apparently just love traumatic stories and trauma and pain, and I don't love myself apparently, because I just love to watch people in pain. But yeah, I had such a good time. I read much more other stuff today too, as well as work. So today was a really good day of reading, and it was absolutely amazing. So I'm really happy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I don't even know what emoji fits for this one. Poor everyone in this thing. Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Patreon down below if you want to support my channel further and what I do here further. Leave a sword emoji down below if you enjoyed it. I literally cannot come up with anything else, just because God said this word, And you should see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these Berserk videos, thank you. And I will of course make one for all of them. It just takes such a long time compared to another video, because I need to actually read through it, but it's still so fun to get them up and read them. So I don't regret doing that, but it takes much longer time to do this than other videos, which is fine. And yeah, thank you so much again, and you should see me soon in a new one. Bye!